Hello and welcome to eNews. It's great to have you with us. I'm Shahan Ramkisoon. Our top stories tonight. Factionalism in the PAC sees Mama Zondeni Sobukwe's funeral service descend into chaos.
Is not independent. ZEC is littered with people who are not professional, who are not independent, who are not honest.
The MDC Alliance is rejecting the Constitutional Court decision upholding Zimbabwe's election results. We start with this. The special official funeral for Mama Zondeni Sobukwe did not go off as planned after government pulled out amid chaotic scenes. Deputy President David Mabuza was forced to leave for security reasons after members from various PAC factions disrupted the service in the Eastern Cape. Sandy McCowan reports.
Marred by infighting, 3 different PAC factions fought to lay claim to Mama Sobukwe's funeral, even chasing away one of their leaders, Narius Moloto.
People have requested him not to attend the funeral because of the anger that he has caused to the members of the party.
Deputy President David Mabuza, who was due to deliver the eulogy, had to be whisked away as the squabbles continued on stage. PAC members demanded government branding be replaced by party regalia, and the group refused to be addressed by ANC officials.
Siyacela torhwana into kokubana nisivumele okokubana umama arepwe ngeflag yaseMzantsi Afrika, which is what utata uSobukwe fought for. Asizukwazi ma-Afrika okokubana siphakamise apha kwi-official funeral iflag yombutho.
But her pleas fell on deaf ears and government pulled out. The chaos eventually settled after the PAC factions took over, honouring the 91-year-old stalwart they affectionately call the mother of Azania. Sobukwe had been remembered for fighting fearlessly against the apartheid regime, all while supporting her incarcerated husband, PAC leader Robert, and raising their 5 children.
Gogo was a very simple somebody, with full of humility. She has planted a seed in the name of children, one being Millie, so if you understand what that means. That planting that seed, meaning therefore there's a vision for the liberation of this country.
The Sobukwe family says it hopes the PAC will unite for the sake of Mama Sobukwe's memory and lead the country into a brighter future. Sandy McCowan, Craft-Renet.
To neighbouring Zimbabwe now, MDC Alliance leader Nelson Chamisa is rejecting the Constitutional Court decision upholding the country's election results. The court ruled in favour of President Emmerson Mnangagwa's ZANU-PF a victory. Chamisa claims his party was not given a fair hearing after the court rejected a subpoena which he says contained crucial evidence. The party plans to approach the African Commission on Human and People's Rights to try and get the election nullified. Chamisa also made damning allegations against the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission.
You must know that President Tsvangirai, who is my predecessor, has had problems with this. We thought that with President Tsvangirai having gone, and may his soul rest in peace, with also Mr. Mugabe having exited the political stage, we were going to have a fresh start. The new actors are having the same old act of disputed elections. Why? Because there are fundamental problems around the independence of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. ZEC is not independent. ZEC is littered with people who are not professional, who are not independent, who are not honest, starting from the ZEC person. They've also shown even their lack of independence and lack of honesty in the revision of the statistics.
Meanwhile, preparations are underway for the inauguration of Zimbabwe's president-elect, Emmerson Mnangagwa. Thousands are expected to gather at the National Sports Stadium to celebrate his election. Aldrin Sampier reports from Harare.
In terms of Section 93, subsection 4, subparagraph A of the Constitution, Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa is duly declared the winner of the presidential elections held on the 3rd of July, 2018.
The ruling that solidified ZANU-PF's grip on power. The party celebrating a landslide victory with a 2/3 majority in parliament.
My brother, I'm very happy. You can't imagine the happiness that I have in my heart.
We, the people of Zimbabwe, we like ED.
ZANU-PF has not been defeated since the dawn of independence in 1980.
It's not for the court to decide elections. It is the people.
For over 38 years, it seems the people have rejected all political parties. On the streets of Harare, where 500,000 people voted for Chamisa, it seemed like business as usual. Compared to the celebrations, the silence outside the MDC headquarters, Morgan Tsvangirai House, is quite eerie.
We no longer love ED in this team. Let them give another people a chance.
God is the one who puts, and God is the same who removes, so everything is okay. All is going to be okay.
Reflecting Mnangagwa's assertion that the voice of the people is the voice of God. And on Sunday, when he pledges allegiance to the Constitution, he becomes president of all Zimbabweans, including his enemies. Aldrin Simpier, Harare, Zimbabwe.
Back home now, the crestfallen family of an officer shot dead in KwaMashu Hostel say they have nothing left. Constable Mbiko Buthelezi was killed in an ambush while his partner was shot and injured. Police are hunting for 2 suspects linked to the murder. Their Synthesia spoke to Buthelezi's family members.
Every day for 6 years, Mbiko Buthelezi's family would wait anxiously for the police officer to return home safely. On Friday night, the constable's crestfallen colleagues delivered the blow. He would not be coming home ever again. Buthelezi and his partner were in KwaMashu when they stumbled across a crime in progress. Police rushed into the KwaMashu hostel at about 6 p.m. on Friday night after hearing gunshots near the informal settlement. They found 2 suspects and gave chase. A gunfight broke out during the pursuit, and the suspects allegedly ambushed the officers near the railway line. Buthelezi's injuries were fatal, while his partner was wounded in the leg. Now, national police bosses have issued strict orders for those responsible to be found within 72 hours. Buthelezi's family remembers him as humble and easygoing, and the one who looked after everyone.
Siphucisa inkwa sethu thina kahle kahle asenalutho sisele nje manje ngoba bekuyena umuntu obesebenza la ekhaya unezingane ezintathu ithina sikhona sondliwo yena nje kuphelile ngathi basiphuce yonke into asinalutho sisele nje.
Buthelezi will be laid to rest in Claremont soon. Synthesia, Claremont, Durban.
After the break, an all-female crew flies to new heights. Stay with us. Welcome back. IPID is probing the police's role in the death of a Tshwane University of Technology student. Firearms belonging to officers on the scene have been seized for tests to be carried out. The student was killed after protests erupted when some claimed the SRC elections were rigged. Students claim marked ballot papers were discovered. Police say they were called in to assist after a presiding officer was allegedly assaulted and held against his will. Protesters torched a security vehicle and a building on campus. Witnesses claim police were heavy-handed.
I think it's in R5. Okay. Let's come phezulu. Bengigijima lapha. Esiqhumisa phezulu. Thema ngiphenduka ngabona sesibambe kanje. That is where lo mjita lo owephasma wenhlangano yami. There is why mina ngibone khona eselele phansi.
Apha endleleni.
Iphoyisa belila yabo lapho kujike khona leya venture leya ngale lo mjita la uwe lapho mangimchecka mina uvuswe yimi because nami I'm a member of PASMA mangimvusa uqophokile la inhlamvu straight not ukuthi rubber bullet or something udutshule nje ngenhlamvu.
The father of an 8-year-old girl who was allegedly raped in Johannesburg 2 weeks ago says police are trying to make the case disappear. He believes an arrest should have been made by now, especially since the community has identified a suspect. But police say they're merely making sure proper procedure is followed prior to any arrest. Our reporter Zikona Chona spoke to the girl's father.
Earlier this month, we spoke to a mother whose 8-year-old daughter was allegedly raped and left for dead in an open veld. She told us the child had told her she would be able to point out the alleged perpetrator. The little girl struggled to walk after the attack and spent over a week in hospital. Doctors told her parents she was severely injured.
16 stitches.
He says police are stalling on making an arrest, especially since the alleged perpetrator is known by the family and the wider community.
I get some pictures zabantu yabona and then even ephone like amangani bami yabona and then ama boyfriend mama umntwana izinto ezinjalo yabo bamtshengisa that picture yabo izinto ezinjalo and then that time umntwana wayenzani ma see that picture umntwana he react yabo umntwana waba shocked.
The man the girl identified was taken in after being handed over to police by members of the community. He was released on the same day and is yet to appear in court. The father says the police told him his statement about how the child identified the man would not hold up in court. The family accuses the police of colluding with the alleged perpetrator to make the case disappear. The police service denies accusations that it's working with the alleged suspect. It says it's working hard on the case, but officers are waiting for the child to recover before taking a statement. For now, the little girl is out of hospital and is recovering at home. Zikona Chona, Johannesburg.
Aiming for the sky is now an outdated ambition. In a first for national carrier SAA, an all-female intercontinental flight took to the skies. The destination, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Slindelo Masikane was on board.
For these women, the sky is not really the limit. It's their playground, and now it's become the space where history has been made.
I am excited because we don't get a chance to travel as only females. So today, even the guys that were cleaning the plane, it was all female.
In the airline's 84-year history, this flight is the first of its kind to be operated by a female crew, both in the cockpit and cabin.
You are capable, you are powerful, you are energetic, you can do it. Just believe in yourself. If you don't, who will?
Steering, or rather flying this beast, is 53-year-old Captain Jane Tremboth. She's encouraging women and girls to never give up and aim sky high.
Are there any naysayers, or have we already proved it? We're going out there now to operate as a crew, and like Anna Marie said, this is just going to be a normal flight. We're just going to operate as a crew. Just because we're all women, it doesn't mean to say the operation is going to be any different, and we've been doing it for years.
SAA has 69 female pilots, 6 are captains, and there are 114 female aircraft technicians. In an industry dominated by men, these women are proving that they're a force to be reckoned with as they soar to greater heights. Slindelo Masikane, Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Here's a reminder of our top story. Factionalism in the PAC sees Mama Zondeni Sobukwe's funeral service descend into chaos. In your sport news after the break, Cape Town City upstage Mamelodi Sundowns in today's MTN 8 action. Field rangers and conservationists have been honoured at the annual Rhino Conservation Awards in Johannesburg. They work to conserve and protect the rhino in particular, often working in great personal danger. Our reporter Michael Apple was at the awards.
Have no illusions, the fight out there is very real, with the International Ranger Federation saying that the statistics of rangers being killed on a weekly basis is very alarming.
We lose actually 2 rangers per week around the world on average. We suspect it's actually quite much more, possibly double. But on average about 100 rangers a year are lost, 1,000 in the last 10 years. Some people don't like to call it a war, but if you're losing 2 people a week, I think you could probably say it is a war on conservation.
One of the winners in the field ranger category is from neighbouring Botswana. He goes by the name Poster, and he says he's incredibly proud to be involved in that country's fight to conserve endangered species.
I've got almost 25 years experience working with these endangered species, and what I've been doing in our country is to protect this endangered species, working together with the military and the wildlife anti-poaching guys. And we're working hand in hand. I'm working from private sector. And from the private sector, we make sure these species are alive, are doing good, because the military are always there protecting us with these species.
It's back to the bush for many of these conservation heroes. Their work is an endless pursuit to protect our natural heritage. The odds are often stacked against them, but they take that fight on every single day. Michael Apple, Johannesburg.
And from me, Shahan Ramkisoon, and the rest of the team, good night.